Hi guys, welcome back to the show. So today it's another one of my impromptu unboxing videos that I do from time to time without editing. And today we've got something very special and unique. We have two new releases, or relatively new, I think, both of these, from the house of Bortnikoff. Bortnikoff, here is the box. Bortnikoff, a really amazing fragrance house, of course, run by the perfumer and brand owner Dmitry Bortnikoff, a Russian gentleman based in Thailand, and there are some unique creations that I'm very privileged to own a few of already. I've bought one or two. I have had a couple sent free, and these two were very, very generously sent to me free for review. So I'm going to give you my first impression on these two new releases from the house of Bortnikoff. Let's see if we can get into this box here without too much messing around. So neatly packaged there, nice cellophane, or what do you call it, bubble wrap. And as usual, we have these black boxes that Bortnikoff fragrances come in. Very nice boxes, nicely cellophane wrap. And I do like the Bortnikoff logo there. I'll give you the price for these two. They are not cheap, I've got to be honest. You can either buy the 9ml travel spray, which is $90, or these 50ml bottles are $350, okay? So these are extrait de parfum. It is very much true artisan perfumery, true niche perfumery. Let's see if we can get into this one. Dmitry Bortnikoff uses a lot of very, very rare ingredients, famous for his use of many types of real oud. I don't think either of these two contain oud, but they will include the kind of ingredients you're not going to find either in your, certainly not in your designer fragrances, probably not in most of your department store normal kind of niche fragrances. So let's get into this first one. Let's have a look at the box here. I really like the inner box actually on these. A very, not over the top, but classy design to me. I personally don't like over the top boxes, as I don't see the point really. It's the juice that counts, but of course a nice bottle is worth something. And we can see Dmitry Bortnikoff has really pulled out all the stops with beautiful inner packaging there with the kind of velvety yellow lining, and I really like the bottle designs on these. They're not over the top. I think a nice normal square bottle looks good to me. We've got the note listing there on a little card, which is a very nice touch, and I love the lids on these. They've upgraded their lids lately to these gold ones, which is really good. So the first fragrance, Santa Sangre. Let's give you a little bit more information about this fragrance. Let's do the notes first, okay? So your top notes for this one: pink grapefruit, Tahitian vanilla flower, that's my favourite type of vanilla flower, jasmine sambac, Himalayan pink lotus absolute, Thailand white lotus, those are the mid notes, base notes of sandalwood, which is a mixture of Mysore and Indonesian sandalwood, and dragon's blood incense plus red siam benzoin. So that's a rather intriguing note listing. As I say, it's a rather unique thing here because it's a collaboration, this fragrance. We have a collaboration between Dmitry Bortnikoff and Rajesh Balkrishnan. Rajesh Balkrishnan, not somebody I'm really familiar with. I believe they did collaborate on their previous release from Bortnikoff, Sayat Nova, and that we have we got a blurb here. They have created an olfactory spiritual experience in modern perfumery. Santa Sangre, meaning holy blood, contains the finest Himalayan lotus extract and other exotic natural ingredients for a truly one-of-a-kind scent. So, yeah, as I say, big fan of the bottle design. The lids there, I especially think they've really upgraded those. They used to have some wooden ones. So let's spray it and see what we think about this one. First impressions. Okay, so this is definitely a wow factor opening. It's not, how do I categorize this? It's very hard for me to categorize this fragrance and say it's like this, it's one of these, it's an oriental, it's a this, it's a woody, it's pungent. It's very, very pungent. It doesn't contain oud, but it smells rather exotic. I do get a blast of freshness in the beginning, and there's definitely, you can pick out that pink grapefruit, or let's say grapefruit, not that I can really smell the difference between a pink one and a yellow one. Then very, very floral. I would say some indolic florals in here. Wow, this is incredibly, I mean, this probably the last one I should do a first impression, because this is going to take time to appreciate. Lots of florals, very creamy. I would definitely say that the sandalwood and benzoin, even though we're only in the first few seconds here, come through. It's creamy, I would say buttery, floral, exotic, a little bit sweet, certainly exotic. Very nice first impression. Let's get into the other one then. The next fragrance then that we're going to do a first impression on is called Classica. So again, we have the nice cellophane wrapping. I'm a big fan of the logo from Bortnikoff. So Classica is just a Bortnikoff creation by the man himself, Dmitry Bortnikoff. From the note listing, this sounds like the kind of thing I typically would gravitate towards, and of course the name kind of speaks for itself. Maybe it's going to be an old school type smell. So let's get stuck into it. I like the B logo as well that they have inscribed on their boxes, and we're going to have a very similar bottle, a kind of uniform design. But of course, the name of this one, Classica, Extrait de Parfum. I will link the Bortnikoff website, of course, out of courtesy. They do, I believe, ship worldwide, and mine certainly didn't take long to arrive here in the UK after it was agreed that he would send it. I'll give you the note listing then, guys. We've got top notes of bergamot, lemon, and neroli. Heart notes of orange blossom, rose de mai, heliotrope iris, sandalwood, and olibanum. And base notes of labdanum, castoreum, birch tar, patchouli, vetiver, rosewood, vanilla, tonka beans, ambergris, and musk. So from the sound of that, we're going to have a very citrusy opening, some real classic type of base notes. So the castoreum and the birch tar. This could be a little bit funky in the base. So I'm rather intrigued by this one. The labdanum could give us a little bit of an incense type of exoticism that we usually get with Dmitry Bortnikoff's perfumes. Again, I find the bottle designs quite charming, and I like the juice colour on this one. A nice ambery, light amber colour. So intrigued to see how this one is going to smell. Let's give it a squirt, guys. Here we go. Okay, this one is much fresher. This is more in the fresh department. Beautiful, very natural, bright opening. Yeah, lemon, bergamot, and what was it, neroli in the top. You definitely get a very fresh, citrusy opening, but straight away there's a lot more to it. Doesn't seem to be listed as a note. I almost pick up on a sort of dark berry or blackcurrant undertone to this one. Definitely you pick up on the rose. There is a nice rose, not overly in your face rose, but that rose is definitely in there. And then I'm picking up on the vetiver straight away. It's very woody. This is a woody citrus combination. It's again very complex. It's fresh, it's classic. I know some of his perfumes have used real oak moss in the base. This doesn't list oak moss, so perhaps he's doing this one a different way. So on first impression, guys, these are two typically unique, artistic, special smelling fragrances from Dmitry Bortnikoff, and in one case with his collaborator too. These are what you really mean when you say artisanal perfume, niche perfume. These have that wow factor, and that is what you are paying for. Nice bottle designs and all that, but it's all about the juice smell here. I don't know exactly what happens and how he sources all these ingredients, the ingredients that he used, but these smell different. They are magical. They are unique. There's probably no one out there is going to absolutely love every Bortnikoff, because some of them, they really go in different directions. It's true art in a bottle. That's how I would describe these. Art in a bottle for the absolute fragrance connoisseur. Let me know what you think of that, guys. That's my first impression. Let me come back to these and give a more in-depth analysis in a later video. Something a bit heavyweight and serious for you today. Proper stuff here on the Mr. Smelly Fragrance Review channel. I will see you in the next video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project, and sometimes life may stink, but we can always smell good.